Hi guys, this is Drogs from Fully Painted Miniatures, and welcome back to another video. We're doing a solo Let's Play for Aeons End 2nd Edition, and this is going to be attempt number 2 to defeat Crooked Mask, who is our nemesis for the day. So he has 70 health, and essentially his special power is he adds these cards here, these corruption cards, get added into your deck, and he ends up shuffling your deck around, causing a lot of chaos. And his cards tend to have a benefit and something that hurts you, like it will cause damage and cause you to get a free card or a free focus charge or something like that. So he introduces a lot more randomness than you typically see, I guess, in an Aeons End playthrough. So the first time I attempted to fight him, I died, which you can see in the previous video. Gravehold was destroyed. I didn't get that. I got him below 30 health, but that was about it. Like, if he hadn't defeated me that turn, he would have defeated me on his next turn or the turn after. He could have killed both my guys. It was kind of a mess. I didn't have a great playthrough, so I'm hoping this one goes a little bit better. I'm using two different heroes for this one. Adelheim. He starts with an open breach, a breach at 3, 9, and 10. And his special, he also starts with 2 crystals, 2 sparks, and his special card is Amethyst Shard, which is a gem. Gain 1 power. An ally may draw a card and then discard a card. This kind of helps them cycle through their starters. And then he has 5 crystals in reserve. And his special ability is when a nemesis attack or power card is drawn, but before it is resolved, you may discard it, causing it to have no effect, which I think will be really useful against Crooked Mask. So his backstory, it is folly what I do, to make things in a place where everything is broken. But still, I bring my hammer down. We all have work to do, and I'll not let pride keep me from it. Ours is an army of fools, yes. We make weapons out of the very breaches that they wander through. No mystery we die so, when we try to play with the deadliest powers we know. But what of it truly? This is still the way of things. In spite of all that has passed, some people die while the rest must fight. So I bring my hammer down, again and again, mending swords, fashioning strangeness from breach-touched ore. They ask it of me, and thus it is done, for folly or not. So that's pretty cool. Breach Mage Weaponsmith. In terms of backstory, I like probably him the most, as well as Zaxos. And then we're also playing with Brahma. She has 1 open breach, and then her second has cost 4, her third cost 9, and her fourth cost 7 to open. She starts with Buried Light and 4 crystals. Buried Light deals 1 damage and gain 1 crystal power. So it's basically a crystal and spark combined into 1. Oh, I forgot the text on those. Hers is a fire that burns bright and with a single purpose, to deliver us back to the world that was, no matter the cost. I think she's like the leader of the mages. And his is Amethyst Shard. There is irony to the weaponsmith that is best described as blunt. All right. And Brahma's backstory. My conclave of sisters is long ago gone, all of them ash in the world above. I do not remember their names, only their faces and the brightness in their eyes. Their songs fade in the gray shadows of many years, and I alone can still hear them. Only Gravehold is more ancient than I, yet somehow I endure. This city looks to me for guidance, for I have walked a long, wearisome path to stand before them. This is my duty, my burden, my privilege. It was I who counseled them to collapse the mouth of the cave, to entomb us here. It was I who taught the mages to wield the sister words. Where so many have slipped beneath the shadow, I have remained in light. Many say we are lost, that Gravehold is just that, our grave. They say that, like my sisters, we will be erased, our bones left to molder in the silence of this cave. But glory will be ours again, and I will live to feel the sun and wind on my face once more. Faith, younglings, it is our best weapon. So yeah, she's pretty much the leader of these mages. Pretty cool. I'm not sure. I never played any of the first edition. This is my first experience with Aeons End, so I don't know if these are the same heroes as in the first edition, or if like maybe she's from it and everybody else is new. They kind of killed off the rest of them. I'm not really sure how they did that. Oh, and her power is any player may gain 4 life. So super useful. He basically negates a draw card, and she can heal. So very excited. Very defensive. Hopefully I can pack enough offensive punch to take him out, because he does have that card in there that just removes 2 or 3 cards. So it skips a whole extra round, which is nice. Technically you have to survive for less long, but also speeds up his, it cuts right through that tier 2 section. So you get to tier 3 cards a lot quicker than you normally would. All right, so we're going to do the normal. When I play Aeons End, I am not a player that likes perfect information. I like to learn the games as I play them. I do not study anything beforehand. I do not read up on strategies or anything like that online. I do not read cards beforehand. When I played for the first time, I had never read any of those corruption cards or anything like that. So similarly, I'm going to play using randomizers. And there are cards I have never played with still at this point in the base set. So hoping I get some of those. But yeah, this is about as chaotic as you can get, I think, playing Crooked Mask with randomizers. Very, very luck-based for what is generally not considered, I don't believe, a very luck-based game. Okay. We're going to get Burning Opal. 5 cost. Gain 3 power. You may discard a card in hand. If you do, an ally draws a card. We also get Searing Ruby. It's one we had last time. Gain 2 power. Gain an additional power that can only be used to gain a spell. So that's a good mid-range. So it's a high and a mid-ranged gem card. And Jade. Nice, a low range. 2 cost. Gain 2 power. So that's a good mix. Happy with that. All right, now we're going to do relics. I also don't think I had the best cards last time. There wasn't a ton of synergy, and it just wasn't the correct play style for Crooked Mask. Blasting Staff. I don't think I've seen this one yet. You may cast a prep spell that you prep this turn. If you do, that spell deals into 2 additional damage for 4 cost. I really like that. That sounds useful. And Flexing Dagger. I laugh because I get this every single time. 2 cost. Next time you focus or open a breach turn, it costs 3 less power, or destroy this, deal 1 damage. That's a good combination, so I'm happy. It's just funny that I keep getting Flexing Dagger. Every time. But so far, really good luck. That's a really good storefront so far. Blasting Stuff is good for Crooked Mask as well. Let me get my attacks off a little earlier and do more damage with them. So let's see what I get for spells. Hopefully we get some of the higher damaging spells, like maybe Planar Insight or Fire Whip again, like we did last time. Let's see. All right, Oblivion Swell. We had this one last time. 5 cost. While prepped, once per turn, you may gain 1 power. So essentially, by not casting it, it generates 1 power per turn. Cast deals 2 damage. You may discard a gem and deal additional damage equal to its cost. So that would max out at 7 with the Burning Opal. 8 if you add additional. And hell, with a Blasting Staff, you could do 10 damage with it. It's not bad. Chaos Arc. Yeah, this is a good one. Deal 3 damage. Do 2 additional damage for each prepared spell and adjacent breach. So this one you can buff up to 7. It's a 6 cost. Wildfire Whip. Deal 4 damage. 6 cost. While prepped during your main phase, you may spend 2 to cast any player's prepped spell. Solid. I don't love having 2 6-cost spells, so like a 5 and 2 6s, so I'm hoping this last one is a lower cost spell. 4. That's good enough. 4, Amplify Vision. Focus your closed breach with the lowest focus cost. Deal 2 damage. If all of your breaches are open, deal 3 damage. Okay, that's pretty good. I don't have a healing. I don't have any way to destroy cards or anything like that. But overall, pretty good. Can't really complain about my luck there. So if I lose this game again, it's on me. I should know what's coming, and yeah, I can't complain about the cards. I have a heal. There's no way to destroy cards in this one, but I don't think that's necessarily the end of the world with this setup. Especially with Crooked Mask, you're shuffling a lot, and things just kind of get messy. So while I don't mind destroying cards, I think there's a little bit less of a benefit than there would be against some of the other nemesises. Could just be a hunch, though. Might not be right about that. But so with the Flexing Daggers and the Amplify Vision, that's going to help me open up my breaches. So that's nice. And the Chaos Arc is going to let me deal more damage with my breaches. So there's a little bit of a synergy there that I'm happy with. Oblivion Swell will help me with my gems are great. It's a great combination. To help me get up to where I need to be. The only one I don't love in this, and maybe this might just be because it didn't really work out for me in the last game, is Oblivion Swell. I feel like it just isn't quite as useful as some of these other spells. So let's get these all on the board. And then we will read the descriptions. And I do have 2 6-cost spells, which normally, again, like I'm not a huge fan of, but Searing Ruby kind of helps out with that. So I'm overall I'm much happier with this, much happier with this setup than I was with the Shot Blast game. Even when I saw that, I was kind of just like, maybe I'll get lucky, I'll be surprised how this plays out, but I wasn't expecting much. All right, so our flavor text on the Jade. Jade is as common as bone at the mouth of the cave. Searing Ruby. Some use these to heat and light their hovels against the dark of the cave. Others know that within these gems lies a fire that can be tamed. Burning opal. Careful, youngling. You'll be wanting tongs to handle that. Flexing dagger. Forged from unstable void ore, the blade shifts with the will of its wielder. These cards are so smooth that they just glide all over the place and it kind of makes a mess. Blasting staff. While appearing to be crudely fashioned, these staves contain within them the very essence of the void. Amplify vision. The breaches are merely a mirror through which worlds whisper. Oblivion swell. Many folk have made their fortune harvesting gems. The very breaches through which the nameless come bestow the stones with strange properties. I guess I don't need to pick them all up. Wildfire whip. Sometimes a little motivation is needed for dire situations. And Chaos Arc. Even the blind can see what little is left of our world. Okay, exciting stuff. So I'm ready. Pumped up. Let's see what happens. This is already shuffled. Okay, we're going to start with Nemesis. Power 2. Unleash twice. Or spend 6 power. That's going to be, I mean, at least I got 2 rounds, so I'll get a shot at the next turn. But that's going to be a little hard to get rid of. All right, turn 1. Adelheim. He's going to prep Spark. And then he's going to pay 3 to open his second breach and prep his second Spark. That's the end of his turn. And on his next turn, he has 5 crystals. And he's going to go again. 5 crystals is 5 power. He is going to buy Burning Opal. Nemesis is going to go again. Removes a power token. Draws a card. Oh, I forgot to say, I have nothing. We toy with forces we barely comprehend. All right, second attack. Burden. The players collectively gain 2 corruptions, place them on top of their deck. Any player then focuses a breach. It's the only thing that smiles more than me, said Lash. Okay. So each player is going to gain 1 corruption card. And then any player will focus one of their breaches. So I'm going to go with Brahma, focusing her, tier 4. Okay. Then Brahma's going to go. She's going to prep Buried Light. And then she has 4 power, with which I am going to buy Searing Ruby. And then she's going to go again. Oh, not bad. Because I forgot about the corruption card. So, corruption card. Gravehold suffers 2 damage. Bring it to 28. Look at the top card of your deck. You may destroy it. Spark. I will do that. And destroy this. Not the worst card in the world. Now, she has Buried Light. I'm going to cast that, deal 1 damage. Also grants 1 power. She's going to prep Spark. And then with this, she gains 3 power. We are a total of 4. I will use that 4 to buy 2 Jades. And she'll draw 5 cards. Ruby for crystals. Adelheim is sitting on a corruption. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Burning opal, amethyst, and 2 crystals. I'm just going to run to the fridge real quick. I'm going to shuffle these off camera and grab a drink. That's where it's a little dry. Oh, man. I already damaged one of the turn order cards. Luckily, there's extras in the box. I might have to swap that one out. Okay. Next round. Wow. Let me redo that. I am not great at shuffling. I'm going to damage these cards pretty quick. Okay. Number 2. Brahma. She has Spark. She's going to cast that for 1 damage. Bring Crooked Mass to 68. She also has a total of 4, 6 power, 7 if she uses it on spells. I'm going to grab a ruby and a jade. Get some of those gems real quick. Oh, one of the other problems I had in the last game, besides not being able to destroy anything, was I didn't get upgraded gems in high enough numbers soon enough. All right, turn 1. Corruption card. Suffer 2 damage. Place a gem from the least expensive gem supply pile and place it in your hand. Destroy this. So I get a free jade. For it to happen early game, again, not that big of a problem. Especially since I have a heal. That probably helped me more than hurt me. So that's nice. Okay. So he's going to cast 2 sparks. Doing 2 damage. He then has 5, 6, 7, 8 power. I'm not going to use any special abilities, although I really like that burning opal. That's good. So 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to use 6 to dispel the Eye of Nothing. I don't want him unleashing twice on me. And then the remaining 2 points I'm going to use to buy a jade. So, still a good turn. Ended up getting 2 jades. And getting rid of corruption card. Okay. Nemesis. Board is empty. Draw the card. Haze Spewer. Persistent. Gravehold suffers damage equal to this minion's current life. Then this minion suffers 1 damage. The fumes they belch are so caustic that they rarely live long themselves. 5 life. So over time, that's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that's 9, 12, 14, 15 damage it would end up doing to Gravehold if I don't bother to attack it. Which might be something worth considering if you have that card that lets you heal Gravehold. So Nemesis is going to attack again. So first thing that happens is he does 5 damage to Gravehold, bringing me down to 23. I do not have a way to heal Gravehold. So that's a little unfortunate. but we'll see. Survival. All right, Tempt. The player with the most crystals in hand. That's going to be... oh, it's crystals, not gems. Interesting. Either way, it's Adelheim. Discards all their crystals, suffers 3 damage, and gains a card from any supply pile that costs 4 or less. So he's going to discard all of his crystals. He takes 3 damage, bring him down to 5, and he may spend 4 on any single card. So I'm going to choose Amplify Vision. Oh. I don't know if he gets to draw cards or not, but it wasn't his turn. I just need to look at the rule book real quick. So he has no hand whatsoever. No, I don't think so. I mean, draw phase is at the end of your turn. Yeah. So he basically loses a turn, which is right here. So nothing happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he draws now. So that's kind of lame, but that's a decent hand. I'll pull 2 Jades and 2 Sparks. I'll take that. And Brahma gets to go. She's got nothing prepped. I'll prep Buried Light. And I have 2 Jades, 2 Crystals, which is 6. I will take Amplify Vision and a Jade. I like this spell store. I really do. So our next hand is going to start with a Crystal. 2, 3, 4. 2 rubies, a jade, and a spark. I love these cards. Look at how sexy that looks. Just those, like, you get this lame kind of little crystal. It's fine. But this is better. That's even better. Yeah. It feels, you can feel through the artwork yourself getting more powerful. I have another card game, Epic Spell Wars. Annihilation 2 or something like that. It has that feel really well too, where the starting cards are cool but also look lame, and as you replace them, they feel through the artwork like upgraded versions of your starter cards. And then the higher end cards, actually, because I got the like Kickstarter version or whatever, are foil cards, and are reflective. So you get a hand and end up getting like 5 foils drawn. It feels really good. Anyway, Nemesis. So, still haven't done any damage to the Haze Spewer. So that's going to knock me down to 19. And he takes 1 damage, leaving him with 3 life. So I really want to take him out as soon as I can. And we draw another minion, the Corruptor. This one is the one where you want, anytime you attack him, you gain a corruption card. And he deals 1 damage to Gravehold every turn. The Corruptors are but a shadow of the crooked mask, bringing madness to all that have endured its pollution. So what you really want to do with him, ideally, is hit him with a 6 damage attack. Now, you still gain a corruption card, but only 1. Otherwise, you got to deal with a lot more. All right, 2. That is Brahma. She's going to attack with Buried Light, do 1 damage to the Haze Spewer. And gain 1 power. She's going to prep Spark. And then these gems combined are worth 4, 6, 7, 8 power, plus 2 on a spell. So I'm going to grab Chaos Arc and Amplify Vision. No, I want Amplify Vision first. Sorry. Try to start getting those breaches open. Adelheim. 1. I also need to get some charges. I don't have a way. I don't have the Sapphire Crystal, and I don't have the Mage's Talisman, so there's no way to gain free charges. I just have to buy them, which I haven't had to do in most games. Adelheim has nothing prepped. I will prep 2 Sparks. And with the 2 Jades and the Burning Opal, that is worth 7 power. I'm going to go with another Burning Opal and a Flex Dagger. Then he goes again. Amethyst, 2 crystals, and another crystal and another crystal. Okay. So he has 2 Sparks. I'm going to cast both of those, and I'm going to kill the Haze Spear. Move him from the board. And then with this 5 power, I'm going to buy an Oblivion Swell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See what their next hands are. Amplify Vision, Burning Opal, and 3 crystals. Not terrible. What's Brahma got going on? Amplify Vision and 4 crystals. Not terrible either. All right, Nemesis is going to go. So the Corruptor is going to do 1 damage to Gravehold. And we're going to draw a card. Unleash. Any player suffers 3 damage and then draws a card. Okay, so I'll take both of those on Brahma. The Unleash causes her to take a Corruption card. Then shuffle her discard pile into her deck. All right, that was the Unleash. Then she takes 3 damage, bringing her down to 7. And she gets to draw a card. Additional crystal. All right. And then it's Brahma's turn. She's going to cast Spark for 1 damage. That is going to hit the Crooked Mask. I don't want to bother hitting the Corruptor with that. And then she's going to prep Amplify Vision. Then she has 5 crystals, which I will use to buy Burning Opal. Her next 5 cards. I know it's got a little, things are on top of each other a little bit. She's got another Amplify Vision, 2 Jades, 2 crystals. Hope everything's mostly visible. This is, man, I have no equipment for this. Again, like I said, I'm using a $10 stand I got off Amazon and a phone, straight talk phone I bought from Walmart 3 years ago. It is what it is, but I want to make YouTube videos. I really have fun with this. This is a great way to spend my day. So I hope people find this content enjoyable and I find an audience eventually. That'd be great. And if I make any money on it, then I'll use it to upgrade my equipment, my setup, get a camera hanging from the ceiling or whatever. All right, so the first turn to this round is going to Adelheim. He has nothing prepped, but I will prep Amplify Vision. He's got Burning Opal and 3 crystals remaining. No. Okay. I'm not going to use the special ability on the Burning Opal. I'm going to keep the additional crystal. That's 6 power. I'm going to buy a Blasting Staff and the last Jade. Excuse my stomach. For his next turn, he's going to have Burning Opal, 2 Jades, Flexing Dagger, and a Spark. Nemesis goes next. Corruptor does 1 damage to Greyfold. And draws a card. Awaken. Unleash twice and Greyfold suffers 3 damage. Whew. Or place the most recently discarded minion card back into play. I think I'm going to bring the minion back. I hate his Unleash. This is annoying. Shuffling and doing all that stuff. And I can't calculate it. It's such an unknown risk. Whereas this, I know exactly what it is. All right. Adelheim again. So I'm going to cast Amplify Vision, which allows me to focus my Closed Breach with the lowest focus cost. And then deal 2 damage, which will go for the Haze Spear. Bring him down to 3. Then he's going to focus, throw a Spark up there. Oh no. Okay. Cast Flexing Dagger, allowing me to focus this breach again for 3. And then I have a total of 3, 5, 7 power. Let's see. There's nothing that costs 3. But I can do Oblivion Swell. Yeah. This is 7. Yeah, that's fine. Oblivion Swell with a Flexing Dagger. I was thinking about grabbing another Burning Opal, but he already has a couple. Yeah. I just realized I want to get her more of those Burning Opals to help me charge up her special ability. Because it's basically 10 power for healing 4 hit points. So 2 crystals, Amethyst Shard, Oblivion Swell. Can you see those? And Spark. Man, I really wish I could get this tighter. All right, Nemesis. So they're all going to act. He's going to do 1 damage to Greyfold, bring it to 16. He does 3, bring it to 13, but loses a hit point. And a card is drawn. Pain Sower, another minion. Okay, I'm not doing so hot. Huh. Although his ability is not the worst. Any player suffers 2 damage. The other player focuses a breach. Even its beasts seem to delight in lunacy. So, I can take 2 damage a turn, 4 around. I then end up healing her eventually. All right, let's go. Amplify Vision is going to focus your Closed Breach with the lowest focus cost. So that brings that up 1 and does 2 damage. That's going to kill the Haze Spear. All right. Then she's going to prep Amplify Vision. And her gems are worth 4, 5, 6 points. I'm going to take a blasting staff and a flexing dagger. I like Chaos Arc a lot. I just don't need it yet. Alright, and she's got a corruption on her next turn, which is now. So, corruption. Gain a spell from any supply pile. Gain 3 corruptions and place them on top of your deck. Huh. So I guess I'll go with Chaos Arc. You know what? No, I'll give her the whip. I'll let him get the Chaos Arcs and her get the whips. That's what I'll do. And then she gains 3 corruption cards that all go on top of her deck. Okay. Amplify Vision. It's going to focus this Close Breach and deal 2 damage, which I will use... hell, I'll use it on this guy. What's another corruption card? Just deal with them all at once. Yeah. Alright, bring him down to 4. And then I will prep Chaos Arc. No. And Buried Light. And then I have 4 power, 5 that can be used on a spell. So I'll take the Oblivion spell. And this will be a fun turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 corruptions and a jade, all greens. Look at that. I'll be right back. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just grabbing a drink from the fridge. I went down way too easy. Pretty good though. Okay, starting with Adelheim. He has a 1 damage spark, which is going to go on the Pain Sower. Then he's going to prep both Spark and Oblivion Swell. And then he has 3 power from his cards. Any ally may draw a card and discard a card. So I will use that and discard a corruption spell. I am not reading it. I just picked one at random. Still has 3 power, which doesn't really do... I'll go with a flexing dagger, I guess. Yeah. Not much of a turn. That's okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to have 2 crystals, blasting staff, a jade, and a burning opal on his next turn. But we're going to go with Brahma first, with 3 corruption cards. See what we get. Suffer 1 damage. Deal 2 damage. Destroy this. Okay? So I'm dealing 2 damage to the Pain Sower. Blind Abandon. Suffer 1 damage. You may destroy a non-corruption card in your hand. Destroy this. I don't want to. Gain a relic from any relic supply and place it on top of your deck. Blasting Staff. Suffer damage equal to half of its cost. Round it up. So 2 damage. She's already down to 3 life. Okay. I'm going to cast Chaos Arc. Deals 3 damage plus 2 for the additional spell. So that does 5 damage to the Sower. Buried Light does 1 damage to the Sower. Oh, I'm sorry. No. 5 damage goes to the Corruptor. Killing him. That 5 will go back. Gains another corruption. Because it's crazy. Buried Light is going to do 1 damage to the Pain Sower. But I gain 1 power. And here I have 4 power plus 1 on an additional spell. So that is 5 power, 6 on a spell. And I'll take another Chaos Arc. No. I'm sorry. Wildflower Whip. I don't think I played that right. But that's okay. Nemesis, so any player suffers 2 damage. We'll go with Adelheim. So they're both now at 3. So I have to actually get charges and heal now. That's a little ridiculous. A different player focuses a breach. So I am going to open her 4th breach. Oh, and she has cards. She has a Corruption, Blasting Staff, Spark, Burning Opal, Crystal. Nemesis card again. Any player suffers 2 damage. A different player focuses a breach. Brahma's going to take the 2 damage. And he's going to focus his 4th breach. Man, I'm playing even worse than the last time. All right, 1. Oblivion Swell. No. I'm going to cast Oblivion Swell and sacrifice and discard the Burning Opal to upgrade its damage to 7, killing the Pain Sower. The Spark will be cast. Will do 1 damage. Crooked Mask. I only got him down to 64. They got him. Ugh, man. I'm getting trounced. I thought I was going to do better this game. All right. Can't do anything with the Blasting Staff. I have 4 power. I will buy a ruby, I guess. Oh no, Amplify Vision. Amplify Vision. All day long. For my 4 power. 1, 2, 3. 3 crystals. And Amplify Vision, nice. Brahma. Corruption card. Discard 2 non-corruption cards. Suffer 2 damage. Shuffle any player's turn order card back into the turn order deck. Destroy this. I guess I'll discard both for crystals. And I'm going to give Adelheim another turn. No. I'm going to give her another turn. Because I need to do something. And then I'm going to prep the Spark and then use Blasting Staff to fire off the Spark, dealing 3 damage. Bringing Crooked Mask to 61. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. That doesn't help much. Okay, so this is going to be her turn. I am going to prep Amplify Vision. And then I'm going to use all 4 crystals to buy 2 focus points. Or next turn, she's got 2 Jades, Crystal, Flexing Dagger, and Blasting Staff. Okay. I just entered the Tier 2 Crooked Mask cards, and already I'm on 1 life, 3 life, 13 life from Gravehold, so not doing so hot. It almost feels late game for me. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Nemesis goes first. Luckily, I got rid of all those minions. Power 2, Twisting Madness. Discard 4 cards in hand and draw 1 card. Power 2, Gravehold gains 3 life. Crooked Mask gains 13. I'm probably just going to let that one happen. Is it laughing at us? All right, Adelheim. Nothing prepped. I'm going to throw up Amplify Vision. I'm going to use the Blasting Staff to cast Amplify Vision. And this is now going to do 4 damage, plus focus the breach with the lowest cost. And does 4 damage, bringing them to 57. I then have 3 power. Can't do anything with 3, but I guess I can buy a Flex Dagger. Should probably just get his powers up too. So his next turn, he's going to have 2 Flexing Daggers, a Boolean Swell, Burning Opal, and Jade. Nemesis is going to go first. Take counter off Twisting Madness. And he draws Vex. Discard the top 2 cards of the Nemesis deck. For each Tier 3 card discarded this way, both creatures, Gravehold suffers 4 damage. So that actually benefited me, because it got rid of 2 creatures, and I'm having a lot of trouble dealing damage right now. I just don't have any real firepower set up. Until I get all my breaches open, Amplify Vision and Chaos Arc are not maximized. And Oblivion Swell only does good damage if you sacrifice gems. And I don't have enough. Because of that card, essentially, there's less rounds. There's a whole less round in the game. So I don't know how that would work. I don't think I want to go that route. All right, turn 2. I have Amplify Vision to cast. It's going to deal 2 damage, 55, and it's going to focus my lowest breach, opening Brahma's second. Also have Flexing Dagger. It's going to focus her third breach. So that's something. Blasting Staff I can't use, but that's worth 5 power. I'll buy the Burning Opal. I really want it. And now Adelheim goes. Nothing prepped. I'll prep Oblivion Swell. I have Flexing Dagger, which will open third breach. I have another Flexing Dagger, and then 5 power. So this will let me get the last Amplify Vision and focus the 4th by paying 4 and 1 with my 5. So that's really good. One more focus away from him having all 4 open. And Brahma's turn. Okay, nothing prepped, but I can prep Wildfire Whip, Amplify Vision, and Oblivion Swell. I can also use Blasting Staff. I'm going to use it on Wildfire Whip to deal. So Wildfire Whip does 4 damage, plus 1 from the breach, plus 2 from the Blasting Staff, so 7, bringing Crooked Mass down to 48. And the 1 crystal is wasted. Corruption card. No more engine building for me. It's all just straight up attacks. All right, Lust for Power. Suffer 1 damage, gain 1 charge. 1 damage kills her, or exhausts her, so she loses all charges. She then gains a charge through the card. Brahma is exhausted. All right. Amplify Vision does 2 damage, bringing him to 46, and focuses Breach. Oblivion Swell I will not cast, so that'll give me an additional power. I am going to prep Chaos Arc and Unburied Light. And I will have 4 power plus 1 from Oblivion Swell, so 5, and which it goes to 6 if I use it to gain a spell. Yeah. I'll gain Wildfire Whip. Next turn. He's going to have Wildfire Whip, Jade, Burning Opal Crystal. And he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jade, Spark, Flexing Dagger, 2 crystals. And it is Adelheim's turn. So he has Oblivion Swell prepped. Yeah, okay. I'm going to discard these 4 cards. 2 crystals, Jade, and Spark to get rid of the madness. Originally thought, hey, why not get the 3 life? But I've been actually doing damage, so I don't really want to heal 13 anymore. And then I will use the Flexing Dagger plus the 1 power I gain from the Oblivion Swell is actually enough to open his last breach. So he now has all 4 open. His next turn he's going to have Amethyst, Oblivion Swell, Burning Opal, Spark, Nemesis card. Everything's gone. Power 1. Gravehold suffers 18 damage. The players may consecutively discard up to 6 gems. For each one to discard, prevent 3 damage. I currently have 6 on the board. But he's going to go first. I'm going to keep Oblivion Swell. I will also prep another Oblivion Swell, Amplify Vision, and a Spark. And these 2 are worth 4 power. An ally may draw a card, then discard. And with that 4 power, I'm buying 2 charges. So he has 3 crystals, 3 gems. So I still have 6 gems on the table. Nemesis card goes. This is going to activate. I will sacrifice all 6 gems. To remove the pulverizing ray. Because that's just crazy. And we get tier 2 minion, Venomite. The player with the lowest life suffers 2 damage. Or any player discards a prep spell that costs 3 or more. That one's not too bad. Its life isn't even particularly high. All right, and Brahma's going to go. She has 3 prep spells. Chaos Arc is going to do 7 damage. So I will have her use that on the Venomite, as well as Buried Light, which will do 2 from the +1. Oh no, it doesn't get the +1. Huh. Alright. 7, 2 for the Oblivion Swell. That will kill the Venomite. I don't want to deal with you. Just getting things off the board. Buried Light's going to deal 1 damage to Crooked Mask, bring him to 45, and granting me 1 power. 1 power's effectively useless, but that's fine. And I will then prep Wildfire Whip, Spark, and I will use Flexing Dagger to focus that breach. So, made a little bit of a comeback there. Doing okay. I have to give all my corruption cards, basically. I don't know what to do. I'm struggling life-wise, health-wise. Alright, Brahma is up first. I will cast Wildfire Whip. It's going to do 5 damage. Spark is going to do 1. Bring him to 39. Still too much life. Way too much. Can't prep anything. I will use the 4 crystals to buy 2 focus tokens. I'll be in for a turn, and she'll draw 4. Amplify Vision. And yeah, and 7 mana. So that's decent, I guess. Alright. Adelheim's turn. He has 4 cards prepped. Let's see. I'm just going to cast them all. We don't have any gems for the Oblivion Swells, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm just going to cast everything. So 2 damage from the Spark for the +1. This is going to do 4, so 6, 8, 10. And then I'm going to prep and Amplify Vision. And I'm going to destroy Flexing Dagger for an additional 1. Bring him to 28. So at a certain point, what I'm realizing is you really just have to go for the throat. And that's not typically how I play. I play a little bit off. I like to be very sporting. But you really You really need to go for the throat in this game. It's going to be a challenge for me to keep defeating these bosses. But I'll try. So his next turn is going to have Amplify Vision, Blasting Staff, and 3 crystals. Nemesis, nothing on the board. Draw a card. Topple, unleash twice. Gravehold suffers 4 damage. Okay. Alright, I'll do 1 for each. Corruption card with a shuffle. Oh, look out. Famous last words. Actually says, look, oh, you. No T there. And Gravehold suffers 4 damage. Bring me to 9. I don't understand how that's going down so fast. Okay. And Nemesis goes again. Creature. I have not seen this one. Bedlam Sage, 14 hit points. Gravehold gains 2 life. The player with the most life suffers 3 damage. So the first time he activates, game over. That's it. Like, that's 3 damage to Adelheim is game over. Good news is I've just got both of the Nemesis activations out of this round, so the rest is players, but man, that is annoying. All right, and his story is employing a complex stratagem against such an unpredictable foe is beyond foolish. Instinct is their only and best weapon. Yeah, basically just attack him. Just go straight for the throat. It's the only way you can deal with this guy. Because he's just going to screw up every single plan that you have. All right. Adelheim goes next. His Amplified Vision is worth 4 damage. 3 for having all breaches open and +1 for that. And I'm just going to do it to Crooked Mask. I'm going to throw up another Amplify Vision. I'm going to use Blasting Staff. So this time it goes from 4 to 6. Bring him down to 18. And then 3, I will buy charge. His cards are Flexing Dagger, Amethyst Shard, Burning Opal, Jade, and Spark. And we get Brahma. Okay, she's got nothing prepped, but she has Amplify Vision. She's going to throw up there, then use a Blasting Staff on it. So it's going to do 2 damage. Well, the first thing it's going to do is it's going to open this. Focus your closed breach with the lowest focus cost. Then, I mean, it lists the breaches are open to do the additional damage last, so I'm going to count that, even though it happened this turn. So, to me, that's 2 damage plus 1, so 3, 4 damage, plus 2 from the Blasting Staff. So another 6 damage. Bringing Crooked Mask down to 12. Then she has 7 power. I'm going to use the first 4 to buy 2 focuses. And then I'm going to use her special power to give him 4 life, bringing him to 7. And then Burning Opal with the last 3 power I have, I will use to buy another additional charge. Might actually win this. So I have nothing prepped. I was able to heal enough to survive actually 2 of these activations, as long as, the cards that I draw don't kill me. I know there's a corruption card in here somewhere. That'll do some damage to Gravehold. This will heal Gravehold though, so hey. So I might be able to survive this round, especially if I can get him to activate first and get his ability up. So like I said, I don't have anything prepped, so I probably can't win this round unless I get really lucky with blasting staffs. But if I can survive this round, I probably do win. So we'll see. Nameless. Okay. Gravehold is going to gain 2 life, bringing it back up to 11. The player with the most life suffers 3 damage. Bring Adelheim down to 4. Okay. Not a big deal. Let's see what the card is. Minion. Jagged 1. Unleash twice. 14 power. 14 life, sorry. Okay. That's not the end of the world. Neither of those are going to kill me on the next activation. Alright, Adelheim. I'll prep Spark. I will destroy Flexing Dagger for 1 damage. Bring them to 11. And then from these... Oh, I forgot to give her cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Yes. Okay, feeling good. I'm going to use Burning Opal and Jade to pay for 2 focuses. Charging up Adelheim's Ethereal Ward. So I can completely negate the next card that is drawn, if I choose to. I'm also going to discard the Amethyst Shard, using the Burning Opal's ability, which allows Brahma to draw an additional card. Feeling good. I think I'm gonna pull this one off by the skin of my teeth. I really thought I was gonna get stomped early. Yeah. That wasn't that bad. Alright. Brahma's turn. She's got nothing prepped. But I can throw up an Amplify Vision and a Chaos Arc. And I can destroy Flexing Dagger for an additional damage to Crooked Mask. So he's got 10 life. These 2 will kill him. That's going to deal 4 damage. This is going to deal 6. So that's all I need to win the game. There's 1 more turn for her. So I'm feeling pretty good. I think I just won because I can negate. This won't kill me. Neither of these will kill me. I can negate this, and her next turn wins the game. So I'm pretty sure I just won. All right. 5 power. Buy 2 charges. And she goes again. Okay. Look at that. Chaos Arc is... Oh, I didn't even pull her cards out. Because might have a corruption. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what happens. No corruption. Okay, I think I just won. Chaos Arc is going to deal 3 damage, plus 2 for each additional. So that's 5, 6 damage. Amplify Vision does 3 damage, plus 1, because all breaches are open, plus 1 for being on the 4th breach to 4. That is 10 damage Oh my God, look at that. Look at these. Look how well these cards go together too. I mean, they're basically the same artwork. Look at that. Magic. Isn't that cool? How they fit together like that. Yeah. There we go. Right there. Perfect little, slightly misaligned. Like I feel like they did that on purpose. But it's kind of beautiful. I like it. And these two, boom, won me the game. 10 points. Crooked Mask is brought to 0. Ah, awesome. So lessons learned. Um, Go for the throat. You have to go for the throat in this game. Yes, some bosses can heal and do other things. So I guess it really does depend which nemesis you're facing. But Crooked Mask, he is just gonna fuck up your shit over and over and over again. Whatever plan you have, he's gonna reshuffle your decks. It's gonna completely randomize the order of your cards, and it's gonna make it very difficult for you to set up proper combos. So in that case, just pound on him, hit him. Obviously, like always, you want to discard whatever of his attacks you can, but a lot of his attacks aren't that bad because they have benefits to him too. Like this guy's a tier 3. All he does is 3 damage to a player. He does 3 damage to a player and heals you too. Like that's really not that bad. But he has 14 hit points. Like if you have to go through him to get to Crooked Mask, I mean, if you got some powerful spells for it, okay. But like with Brahma in this fight, because she can heal, I'm not even sure that's a disadvantage. I'm really not. He attacks, she heals. Grateful gains 2 life, a player gains 1 life. That's the end result. So, she absolutely saved the day with her special ability. I thought I was going to use her special abilities a lot more. When I defeated Carapace Queen, I think I ended up using 5, maybe even 6 special abilities. This time I only used 1. I had a second ready to go, but I really thought I was going to be more reliant on that. And I think it's interesting that I actually bought out 3 cards and just pretty much went even on kind of the rest of them, but it worked really well. Chaos Arc with Amplify Vision, fantastic. Blasting Staff helped me a bunch. All 3 of the gems were great. I didn't use the Burning Opal's ability that much, till that just once at the end. But it's still a 5 cost, gain 3 power, which I think is the lowest cost gain 3 power ability or a gemstone that there is. So that was still really useful. Wildfire Whip was useful for me a couple times. Oblivion Swell, I think I sacrificed a gem once. I used it for power for a couple turns. It's okay. But everything else, the Amplify Vision was great. Flexing Dagger was great. Those Jades, I love those Jades because you can just pile them up real early. And everything worked really well. Very happy with it. So I hope you guys had fun and enjoyed this. This is my second attempt at Crooked Mask. It ended up in a victory. That's great. If you made it to this end of the video, like I always say, you're an absolute trooper, and I appreciate you so much. I'm just a hobbyist. Again, I am passionate about this stuff, but I'm also a little bit of a newbie, so I don't have the most board game experience or miniature painting experience, and I definitely don't have the most tech experience. But if you want to come along for the ride and have a good time along the way, I'm happy to have you. So yeah, thank you for supporting me and the channel. This is Drogs from Fully Painted Miniatures, and God bless.